How's it going? This is Odd.
It's Red here.
And Mal.
And you're about to listen to our podcast. I'm just going to give you a heads up. Probably not the greatest for having your kids around.
Nope.
We are a 18-plus podcast, and we would appreciate if you would take that into consideration, as we honestly have horrible mouths. And obviously,
influences will ruin your life.
Yeah.
Right. Obviously, by what our name is, we are the Ganja people.
And I was smoking during this intro.
Hey, I'm Odd.
I'm Red.
And I'm Mal.
And we are the Ganja people. Ready to rumble.
Yeah, I mean, the sky sounds like it's going to rumble.
It looks like it.
It's Poo-Poo.
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
How's it been?
You know what I just thought of?
The dog barking again?
Jesus Christ, yeah. But I never got my stuff ready. Luckily, you have yours ready tonight. Woo!
Oh, I don't. I just gotta pull it up.
Yeah, but you could have it ready.
I could have
Within
it
the
ready.
45 minutes, I can't really get
Yeah,
my
within the
phone into
45 minutes, I should be able to pull my phone out and be like, Full Nelson.
Full Nelson.
Full
Like, I wonder who
Nelson.
came up with Full Nelson.
I don't know.
Like, is it just because you get, like, locked up and you're like, oh, fuck.
Man, this stuff has me in a bind. It's like a fucking full-ass Nelson. As I remove my keys once again.
At least it was
Almost got
at the
my
beginning.
I was trying not to. The box almost did
Oh,
it, though.
woman. What's
And it's
up
not
with
like
you today?
you're wearing
Oh,
shoes.
shit. Give it back.
Ooh.
It's got my list and stuff in
And
it.
you were bitching at me
God,
about
I know.
folded corners.
Shut the fuck up. It's been a busy day. I have a lot on my mind today. All right, I'm trying.
Oh, do ya?
I do. My
You know
brain
what would make you feel
is going.
better?
What?
Marco.
Polo.
She actually won. It was really close, but hers was... I heard hers first. So.
Mm-hmm.
So the green hit of the night is actually a breakup bong. It's not from one of my relationships, but it was a bong that was between my friend and his girl, and they broke up, and I got it. So it was at my house the entire time. I smoked it all the time.
I was going to say, I'm probably last because I lost.
I mean, you could go next. It was a close battle.
Oh, I don't care.
I usually get the green of the night anyway, because I'm like, hey
Dude.
guys, guess what time it is.
That's such a smooth bong hit, too.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to lie. I actually, because it's such a simple design to it, I'm like, that's not going to be as smooth as
Right.
the other ones you've tried.
And there's
Lies.
so little water in it
Yeah.
that you might not hear it on the mic, except when you get...
Aggressive.
Yeah. Which
Be
I just did.
aggressive.
Yeah, I'm hoping to not have it in the show really bad, but...
It's way quieter than any of the other bongs we've tried, so.
Right. Just when you pull the... Yep.
They'll hear the whoa, 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 but that's about it. It's not... What'd we say the last one sounded like? Fucking...
Helicopter?
Something like that. Like...
Right.
Oh. So, guys.
The only thing I don't like is how long it is.
I mean...
What do you mean? Like the thing inside
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
Actually, this is supposed to be longer.
Yeah, it's broke it.
It broke when I got drunk one night and I stepped on it.
Oh.
Good
Yeah.
fucking job.
Oh, yeah.
Talk
bare-
about a pipe foul.
Yeah, and my feet were, it was bare feet and everything. I was drunk getting out of bed. I was like, man, I really gotta piss. And all of a sudden here, I'm like, mother, I sobered up. Instantly hearing that click. That just,
Well, not to mention, I'm sure it probably didn't feel great either.
oh no. The glass shards I got when I got to the bathroom are fun to pull out of my foot, so.
I would have had to have him do it as I laid passed out on the floor, because I can deal with other people's bullshit, but the minute it's my blood and my serious injury, that's it. I'm done. I'm gonna faint. I don't know why. Fucking kills me every
I'm
time.
the exact opposite. If it's somebody else's, I'm not about it. But if it's my own, fuck it, let me bleed.
You can handle it.
We don't need no bandage, let the motherfucker bleed.
I'm fine if I get... Wow.
Like when I almost took the tip of my finger off of my, well, the tip of my finger off my finger from my El Camino, like The people around me that saw it happen, they watched me go, pull my hand up really fast, and I'm like, and they were all like, he's gonna pass out, and I'm like, fuck! Motherfucker, that hurt! And I'm like, just running across the street, because I was in the body shop at my old place, so I'm running across the street like, fuck!
Right? Well, like, both times when I sliced right here, and then when I also put my hand through a window and had a bunch of cuts and glass in my hand, both times passed out.
Oh my god.
Somebody else can take care of it. My only rule was don't take me to the hospital. You have to do it yourself. I didn't want to go to the hospital, have to pay for stitches or none of that nonsense. Like, pull that shit out and put some butterfly bandages on.
That gash in the side of my thumb, I butterfly stitched it myself. I was like, that was the day I had one of those 1 pound Hershey Kisses, and I was slicing into, I was holding it like a dumbass in my hand, and I was like, cutting with this giant ass knife, trying to cut a chunk out, right into my fucking thumb, and I'm like, ah! I ran into my dad's dialysis room at the time. He had bandages and everything. Everything's sterile because it's dialysis, so
right.
I was like, fuck it, I can stitch this thing up myself right here.
Right.
So I did, because I'm a fucking Aries and didn't want to go to the hospital.
When I was a teenager, I was cutting a piece of chicken for a salad for somebody. And I hit a piece of griddle, and I flattened the entire top of my thumb out. Like, my fingernail and everything was flat. And I, grabbed my gloves, and I grabbed the salad and everything, just took it to the back with me, threw it all out, and I didn't say anything to anybody. And, went and just put it under freezing cold water. I mean, that's the best way to deal with it.
Yep, there's that scar from the chocolate. That's the scar from my El Camino. And I think that one was from a pair of scissors.
I just realized that whoever tattoos my fingers for me, my knuckles, is going to have fun. They'll have a nice little scar to go over. That's a little tiny bit raised. It is a deep scar.
This nice little gash on the side of my hand, that's from throwing my hand through a window at the age of 5. Threw a temper tantrum because I didn't want to take my shorts off to go to bed. And my mom's like, go outside until you calm down. And I'm like, fine. And I'm just pounding on the window, screaming because I wanted it in the house. It's nighttime. I was 5.
Right.
A 5-year-old outside at night's a new thing to them, usually.
Ugh.
Unless it's they're out and about and doing stuff,
When I put my hand through the door, it's because my sister and I were chasing each other, being stupid kids, horsing around, having fun. And she tried to slam our outside door on me, and I went like this to stop it. And put my hand right through the fucking glass. I had all sorts of shit. There's a chunk missing out of my pinky from it, and I had a whole bunch of shit in my hands. My stepdad had to pick it all out. While my mom was trying to make sure I didn't fall off the chair while I was passed out.
So both of your dads? Like your dad and your stepdad?
My dad
were around each other?
My dad was dropping us off, and he was talking to my mom. My sister and I were fucking off, so he was there when it happened.
I got you.
It's the only time I've ever seen them work together, by the way.
I was going to say, yeah, usually...
That's not really a thing.
Well, they don't really talk or anything. Even when they're around for, kids' birthdays and shit, they just kind of do their own things.
Okay, but that would be like you and the boy's sperm donor, hanging out. You really don't want to hang out with him either. You know what I mean?
But I'm just saying.
I know. It was an odd situation.
I feel like a tooth's going to get knocked in or something if that actually occurred.
I mean, my parents get along and are civil and talk at birthday parties and stuff.
They used to avoid seeing each other. They would not...
Yeah, my parents didn't want to see each other or nothing. I mean, my dad and Joe are good, So, I mean, there's never a problem there. But, they'll come and the 4 of them will have a conversation. And
ever since we had kids, they
they're good about shit.
For the babies.
And they don't say nothing. Nobody's gotten butthurt, nothing. My mom knows to keep her mouth shut. Because that would be the number one problem out of that. And then, my dad knows to keep himself quiet. My step-parents both are non-confrontational people.
Yep.
So neither one of them would ever...
You have to watch.
They would never say anything. Nope. Neither one of them would. Literally, Joe wouldn't say anything if he had a mouthful of shit. He wouldn't say shit if he had a mouthful of it.
Odd and his mom are fighting, you know what Joe and I are doing? Sitting in the corner like, well, we're going to go outside and have a cigarette now. And avoid that situation.
Well, because we're both
quick.
extremely loud and really aggressive people.
I get that. I'm the same with my mom.
So
like, when
it gets
we're going
bad.
at it, we're loud. And
Oh, yeah.
well, if I get mad in general, I'm just loud.
If
so.
my mom and I are fighting,
I
I'm
think
loud.
most cases you just get loud.
I just
You get
loud.
drunk, you get loud.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
that's like
last
when you're
time
the
I got
loudest.
Dude,
Last time I got drunk, I was like stupid quiet. I was like,
Yeah, well, like, usually, like, the
oh
night
wait,
we were
I
playing
forgot
Cards
about the fire.
Like the night we were playing Cards Against Humanity,
You can't fault me against
almost
that.
broke the goddamn lamp above us. Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
You can't fault me for that because I really get into Cards Against Humanity.
It is a really fun game.
that's still your fault.
But it's not the drinking's fault. Is the thing. I just really am.
He just
Okay.
gets wild
Yeah,
with it.
but the drinking just enhanced it
And like
tenfold.
the part about Cards Against Humanity that I find is the most fun is like you gotta go with like a voice or something when you're saying this shit. Like you just gotta be like, "Hey, did you know?" You know, or just like ease it into a conversation and then just throw it.
I
out.
like asking the really fucked up questions as casually as I can.
Yeah, that's what I love doing.
Right,
It's
just
the-
keep a straight face and
If
just
you
be
can
like,
just do it and just be like, yeah, and then reply to everybody's bullshit without dying.
I fail at that. I don't even bother trying.
I mean, some stuff.
Some stuff, it's actually hard, but some stuff, it's like,
Some stuff.
did you try or did you burn around?
Well, sometimes you can't help
Sometimes you
it.
have to burn
Like
around.
you'll get fucking George W. Bush, and then you get like Obama, and then you'll get like you're like
a bunch of stupid.
you know,
science
or you
shit.
get Nelson Mandela, or I'm like, oh, what are you gonna use that for? That's actually funny though.
Right.
Like Bush, I had one that was one time it was Bush and
A lot
Cheney.
of cards are situational ones.
And
too.
it was, well, I had Bush and Cheney together. So that one kind of worked together because they were in office at the same time. So
Right.
you could actually throw something together and it was kind of funny. And whatever it was, I did win on it.
Yeah,
it
you
was
did.
funny.
It was funny.
But, I mean, it was one of those things like,
If it
what do you
doesn't play
give the
out.
inner city kids to be good in school? And you're like, threaten them with Bush and Cheney. And they're like, oh, God.
Oh, God.
Like, Cheney will kill me. Like,
Right?
Don't go. It'd be
Shoot
like.
you in the
just-
ass with a shotgun.
Yeah, go hunting with Bush and fucking
Cheney.
Dick Cheney.
I don't know. I'd rather go hunting with Bush and Cheney than the Clintons.
They'll disappear if you go with the Clintons.
or
Exactly.
they'll disappear. Mm.
I don't think they'll
No.
disappear at all unless you're the
Listen.
one doing it.
Who's the
but-
faster person here?
Listen, if I'm going down, they're fucking coming with me, alright?
Oh, I can go for another. Yeah, that's fine.
Alright. I didn't know if you wanted to do like one each round or. try
Oh,
to
it don't
go-
matter. No, we're good.
I don't know if it's too loud or.
I can't tell because I haven't gotten into
right,
it.
right.
But I mean, I'm sure it's fine.
It's I feel like the only one that's really has a problem with is me because it's right at the water level where my mic is almost.
Maybe we'll see.
Watch
Who knows?
it.
Because I feel like there was one time I was taking a hit while you were talking, and I'm like, oh, I'm sure all they're hearing is. Blah, 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 blah.
So I can't remember what I was gonna fucking say.
Good
damn it.
fucking job.
I know.
Oh man.
I slack sometimes. I can't help it. So we did not do well with our week break. I'm just saying.
We did terrible.
So we ripped dabs at least 3 of the days. We raided the Keef Trap a day or two.
Or more. The keep trap is empty. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
So
And we
yeah,
rated
I
the
was
Resin
going
Stash.
to be very curious on this.
we
I
did
mean-
not smoke like 2 or 3 of the days, but yeah, otherwise.
That's improvement.
I
And
mean-
the days we did smoke, we actually did quite a bit less than we have been.
like
so.
the one day we just ripped a dab each. That's all. We're like, we'll just rip one dab.
Sometimes that's all you. If you can get away with it,
Well, I
sometimes
mean-
that's the best.
Well, we were so low. We're just like, we'll just rip one dab.
I know. I feel bad because I have all this reclaim. I was talking about how I had all this reclaim. I've gone through almost all of my reclaim because I haven't had wax in so long.
Right.
I've been just trying to float by on what's
That's
out
what we
there.
were doing too. We were
that
using
reclaim though.
Oh, I know,
Holy
right?
good God! I went to Red's neighbors and picked up my stuff, and I heard him coughing, so I was like, quit your fucking die.
I'm
He's like,
trying
I
to.
can't help it. So I had to go up, and he's like ripping some reclaim. He's like, want to rip some reclaim? I'm like, I mean,
Does the Pope shit in the woods?
something like.
Dude, I told my kid the other day that he was enough to make the Pope cuss. And he was being mouthy as shit. Like, boy.
But, like, yeah. It was pretty good. We were up to, like, 3 of them, and I was like... Whew.
It's kind of been a long week, but...
Yeah. Oh, it's been really long. I had to work nights end of last week.
P.S. We did not do well with the whole no more reptiles for a bit thing.
Yeah, you're just failing on all
It was
fronts
okay,
right
but
now.
listen, it was really unexpected. This baby.
I understand
some
what you're
assistance.
saying.
Yeah, it was one of those, like, we got offered a bearded dragon that was probably not quite full grown. He's probably close, though.
He is close, but he's not quite full grown.
And,
He's
like...
probably 3/4 of the way there.
We couldn't help it. We're like, yeah, we'll take him. So now that's our chore. His name's Jackson.
He needs some love. He doesn't like us very much. My hand.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
Odd was having a little bit of fun.
He tried to
with
bite
your-
Odd multiple times.
He didn't succeed, though.
No.
And I didn't get...
know if he bit you, too. Did you
And-
see? I've seen them teeth. I looked in his mouth
I
the
saw
other
his
day.
teeth, yeah.
I was
I
like,
saw his teeth, yeah.
I don't
was
want to
like,
get
ooh.
bit by that.
Yeah, so I definitely did not get bit. And I definitely didn't drop him at all, or even close to it. And I only got a couple of cuts. So, I call it a win.
Yep.
He was only put on the futon, and I'm like,
Yeah, I set him on the futon to readjust him.
I'm like, dude, look, I know we just met and all. You look pissed off and all. I ain't touching you, but you look like you won't be my friend. You're bolting towards me.
I made
No.
him snuggle with me for a few minutes before we put him back outside of the towel so that he could just lay on my arm. He tried to run away one time, and I was able to get him and talk to him and pet him some more. But he did not go into full panic mode, so I'm going to count it as a win. Because
We're working with him.
Full panic mode is when he literally just plays dead.
Yesterday was the first day that he was allowed to come out. No, 2 days ago was the first day he was allowed to
Yeah,
come out.
because he got a bath.
Yeah, we gave him a bath, and yeah, that was fun.
That was grody.
Sounds fun.
He was gross. He needed a
Yeah,
bath.
no, yeah. So he's been a bit of a chore so far, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
He'll get there. He'll be a love bug.
We need to figure out his fingernail situation that haven't been clipped, so
Yeah.
we can
and
get that done.
We gotta get him to the vet so we can get his tail rot taken care of.
Right.
And make sure everything else is solid with him.
I think we're good though. We'll get it.
Yeah, we'll get him.
It'll just take a little bit of time, but you good over there?
No, because apparently full Nelson isn't like a big strand. It's only known through Willie Nelson. So,
So
yeah, the strand Willie Nelson, like
Oh.
it's a sibling of that, and all I can find is Willie Nelson, which I think we might talk about it because I found a fuck ton of information on that. Just
Like, how legendary do you have to be of a person to have a strand of weed literally named after you to a T?
right.
Like, that's crazy. Like, is there a strain named after Snoop yet?
Oh yeah,
Is there?
There's a
I
Snoop
would
Dogg.
hope so.
I think he actually has his own strand that he named after himself.
I know there's definitely, like, a couple I've heard, like Mad Dog and different stuff like that, that's made out of his adult, like, that's his adult, or he's the adult in it.
I'm trying. Oh
You-
right,
you-
I gotta fucking.
You guys know what I mean, though. Like, it's the parent strain to Mad Dog, I guess.
Right,
Something
right.
like that, yeah. There was another one that was really interesting sounding that was like something with dog. What was it? It was like, I can't even think.
War dogs? No,
I've heard of War Dog.
I have heard
Yeah,
of war dog.
War Dog.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jesus, Mal.
Mal's trying to
Trying
get
to
comfy.
fuck shit up.
Oh shit, that's right. I put pipes.
You have a nectar collector and a pipe up your bum over here.
And I'm not.
Luckily, that's not a fucking pipe. Jesus,
It
woman.
was just an ashtray.
Destroying shit.
I am. I'm trying to get comfortable. My bum hurt.
Well, if you didn't put pipes up your bum,
It wasn't. It was in my vagina area.
She just looks at me. I'm like, oh, okay.
I'm just leaving pipes in my vagina area.
Something.
It
Like,
keeps them warm, and I knew they were safe.
Look,
I
when you're
bet you it's
smoking-
warm and safe in your vagina. I bet.
Look,
Yep.
when you're smoking with Odd, that's fine. But I'm, like, not a
There
part
are
of it.
clothes and blankets involved. It's okay.
Marco.
Pull up.
I will.
Definitely one.
Yeah, you do.
That's right, woman.
Shut the fuck up.
So we were talking about Willie Nelson.
Yeah, we were talking about Willie Nelson. We were talking about Full Nelson. Trying to find it. I think Full Nelson is an Erie dispensary strand itself because I'm not finding anything about it outside of its page. And its page is not really telling me much. It's not even giving me percentages except for what I remember off the bottle, which was 17% THC.
Which, I mean, maybe it might be like their own project that they're working on, maybe.
Right. And
They
it could
might
be-
have come up with Full Nelson.
Like, I found things about Willie Nelson and Sour Willie and all these other strands that are from Willie Nelson.
We're not in school.
I know, but I want to make sure I say it before I forget. Does, like, the Erie dispensary get stuff from, like, local people, and then, like, other dispensaries get it from
No.
other local people?
don't
Like, how
think
does that
so.
work? Where do they get it?
They
Pretty sure they
grow
grow
it
it
in their
in
own
house.
facilities, usually. Or, like, my mom's friend, her son,
Yeah.
he's in the biggest dispensary growing plant in the eastern side of the United States.
I got you.
So it could be all stuff that he's grown. He grows like 3,000 or 4,000 plants at a time.
Holy fuckaroo.
Yeah, it's
that's a
the
lot.
biggest dispensary facility on the East Coast.
I wish I brought the bottle out because I probably could have gave more information on the bottle.
How awesome would it be to be able to say that you're the lead horticulturist for the biggest dispensary growing or facility for dispensaries
You would be
on the East Coast?
You would be a walking Jesus among stoners.
That's what my mom's friend's son is.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, he grows like 3,000 or 4,000 plants at a time, and
he's the one who actually makes his own strands too.
he's more or less like the doctor of growing weed. It's
Right.
because he's a horticulturist.
So, like I said, he's the Jesus of weed.
Yeah, he actually was growing mushrooms, like not psilocybin mushrooms, but like he was growing
I'm
like
sorry.
shiitakes.
Not what?
Psilocybin?
The psychedelic ones.
Yeah, psychedelic.
Oh,
mushrooms.
so fun mushroom. That's all you had to say.
Yeah.
What is an actual name for it? Because the
As a
shit
whole,
that they give off,
they're
is
just
psychedelic.
yeah, it's called psilocybin.
Yeah.
Anyways, they're just lumped into a category because there's a lot of psilocybin mushrooms.
Right.
Like the
Got ya.
ones that your cousin had were long stem. I can't remember what they're called. Long stem caps or something like that. Red's over here telling me
I
I'm wrong.
couldn't tell you. Is why I was shaking my head.
But I remember they're called a long stem something.
Yeah, I know what you're
But I
talking
can't remember
about,
what they're
but
called.
I couldn't tell you what the
Maybe
name
there's
is.
They
They have like little tiny mushroom caps, but the long.
but they're
know-
really yeah.
It makes me sad because I love eating like food mushrooms so much, and I would love to try them, but I am afraid of what happens.
Well, they're only in your system up for a maximum of 3 days.
Yes.
And like unlike weed will stay in your hair follicles up to 6 months.
I
after
also
smoking
recommend
at one time.
I also recommend making a tea out of it.
It usually helps too if you don't like the taste of mushrooms and
I
stuff.
love mushrooms.
But like the best way to take them is what you do is because they're dehydrated.
They eat just like fucking potato chips.
Just-
You just
It's easy. The best way to get the most out of it though is you put it in your mouth and you have a lot of spit in your mouth first and you get them soaking wet and then you chew on it a tiny bit and put it in your cheek because it'll absorb from your head first into your brain directly, and then when you eat it, then it'll go into your blood system, which is how most people get it, like how it's done in tea. That's the reason why they say do it in tea, too, because you'll absorb some of it as you're drinking it, and you're, like, into the top of your
But
mouth
what
and
actually
stuff.
happens when you eat them? Can you see things that aren't there?
I mean, it's
the
said
effect
that
of
they
whatever.
do.
Okay, as somebody who has been on mushrooms,
I have
multiple
as well.
times, I usually just laugh my ass off, but I don't like excessively eat a bunch of mushrooms.
Yeah.
You can see things, but I generally never really did.
Well, like, many of the times, one time I saw something, but it was nighttime and it was raining, and I thought that my buddy Frank was a walrus.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's-
and he
it's-
scared the shit out of me, because every time he come in, he'd be like, oh, fuck, dude, he had huge fucking teeth. Like, have you ever watched the movie with not Josh Long, but whatever his name is, Long? He's a kid in Accepted there. Justin Long.
Justin.
Have you seen the one where the guy turns him into a walrus?
Yeah.
It's a movie. It's creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
Anyways, it looked like that. Like a human-sized walrus. And it freaked me out. But it was nighttime and it was raining on me. And it was just really kind of creepy. But otherwise, everything's more vibrant and life's much more happy.
Yeah.
Like everything's just fucking peachy.
You ever had those, like, 3D glasses that are not the red and blue ones, but, like, that has the tint on them?
No.
Then I'm lost on you. What? You know what I'm talking about? It looks like you're looking through them, because there's, like, any light has, like, a fucking rainbow effect, kind of.
And everything's, like,
See,
moving
and that part
slightly.
sounds beautiful. Like, I would love to draw things while I'm
Like, everything feels like it's
you would
moving
love
slightly.
drawing while, like, high on
But
mushrooms.
I also am afraid to see things that aren't there.
No,
like, that
it's not, like,
freaks me
crazy.
out. Like,
No.
a lot
It's
of
the
that
same-
bothers
It's not like
me.
an acid
Yeah,
trip or something like
acid's,
that.
like, acid's the same effect, but stronger.
Oh, like, I've never done acid personally because I don't want to.
You've seen me do acid.
I just
was
don't
out
want
here
to,
a
though.
couple times while
Right.
I was on acid.
I'm
and
not about it. I don't want nothing to do with it.
I don't either. I don't
So,
want
but
all
I've
I
heard
remember
it's
was
absolutely
Mel was
insane.
a wizard, and everybody else around me was like something else.
I know it's just absolutely insanity. And you have to be in a really good headspace for it. Otherwise, you're going to have a fucked 6
And-
hours.
Well,
I just-
actually, it's more of like, if you're afraid of it going into it, you're going to have a bad trip at some point. But
That's
if you
not a good
actually go
headspace,
in, if you go in level-headed and just be like, all right, nothing can actually hurt me as long as you don't do anything stupid, you're around friends and all that, you know. You're not playing zombie games, because every single fucking time I try to do acid, I want to play a zombie game all of a sudden.
Dude,
and that will turn everything around you into a zombie, and you don't want to see that.
I've been trying to get him to watch The Purge, one of the Purge movies with me, and every time I ask him, we're like baked out of our damn minds, and it's late at night. And
She's
he's like, no!
I want to watch a Purge. I'm like, fuck that. I'm like, I'm baked. Like, who the fuck wants to get super baked and then watch The Purge?
Me!
No, she's a psycho. Like, I'm like, no, I don't want somebody breaking into my house thought process going through my head.
Yeah,
I'm
right
really
before
baked.
bed.
As I'm really baked.
And
Like,
you already
no.
suffer enough with insomnia.
I know, right?
So he has...
This week with not smoking a couple of days.
Oh, I
We
should.
went to bed at like 3 o'clock 2 days this week.
It sucked ass.
Like, just couldn't fall asleep.
And then I was like nodding off while sitting at my desk working. So I actually went and laid in my bed to try and get a nap in. I laid there for an hour and couldn't sleep. I was so pissed.
A fucking hour.
Yeah, a fucking hour.
Fucking hour, man.
That's still one of the best stories, I'm telling you. When the boy...
Oh.
His only time he's ever dropped the F-bomb. And it
it's
was
gotta
when...
be in front of like 30 fucking
In
Catholics.
it was my mom's boyfriend's family. It was
Oh
it was
my
Mal's
God.
first time meeting them with
Yep.
the boy. Right after me and Mal got together, like within a couple of months.
Yep.
And he was playing in a kiddie pool,
Yep.
and he tried to come up on the deck, and he was soaking wet and dripping everywhere, and I'm like, why don't you go run around the yard for a little bit, so that way, you'll dry off a little bit. And he goes, all right. Well, how long do I have to be out there? I'm like, I don't know, maybe an hour. He goes, a fucking hour? And everybody else just stopped talking and looks at me and Mal. I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah, it was, and we're just like, oh my God.
The only time he's dropped the F-bomb ever. And it was then. I was like, oh, good. What a great first impression.
My third word was fuck.
Yeah.
So, because my mom was playing video games, and she was playing Mario Bros, and she died, and all of a sudden she's like, fuck! And all of a sudden behind her she heard, fuck, fuck, fuck. She turns around real fast, like, no red, you gotta use truck.
Listen, the other boy right now is, like the other day where you're sitting out here just bullshitting for a minute while I was having a cigarette. He leans out the door and goes, fuck! And we're like, oh no.
Yeah, he's since done it like 2 or 3 times.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep. Including today on the way home from speech therapy.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and his favorite word today is fish. Guess what fish sounds like? Bitch.
Bitch.
So he's walking around going, bitch.
I remember
Bitch.
I was like,
Yeah.
I was looking at you the last time. It's like, fish, 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 fish.
Yep.
I'm like, did he just...
And I'm like,
fish.
the entire time he's saying at Walmart, I'm like, yeah, buddy, fish. Fish! Saying it really loud because I don't want anybody thinking he's just sitting there chanting bitch. And I'm just tolerating it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, he's going to be 5 and he'll be singing the song, My Mom's a Big Fat Bitch.
I'll cry.
He'll be singing, it's Kyle's mom.
I know it's Kyle's mom, but it'll be like, My Mom's a Big Fat Bitch.
Yeah, and then his dad will
Biggest bitch in the whole
probably
wide
beat his ass.
Oh, man.
I at least waited till I was 13 till I sang about that with my mom. So.
No, I never sang
questions?
that song, but...
So what?
Any
You have some questions for us?
I have lots of questions, but we can narrow it down to 2.
Oh, good God.
How many are from my meme page?
None. Today.
God damn.
I want to know, who closes the bus door after the bus driver gets off? Like, how the fuck does that actually work? Because the lever's inside.
They just grab the door and pull it across.
Yeah, but then your hand gets stuck.
No, because you just push on one side and just...
That's how they do that?
It doesn't even close all the way so that they can push on the middle door to open it and get in.
I was going to ask you, well, how did they get back in? Did they have to climb through a window? Like, what happens?
They don't, lock it.
I think this is tempered.
Probably. They really killed it.
It doesn't really get locked.
I got ya. No. I was curious how that worked.
Yeah, school buses and all that, never really locked. Unless it's a Greyhound bus or one of those bigger buses that actually have a fucking key.
A door.
And it just opens. Like a door.
Like, there's that, wait.
So when you go up to those big doors, you turn it, the door pops out and just opens.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you just get in, and it closes up.
I got ya.
All right. What's your other one?
I want to know, I want all of us to describe what water tastes like. We are all stoners, and we all get caught.
Water has a taste, and it's different based on if it's cold, hot, all that.
I don't know. I'll say my favorite. Well, I can tell you my favorite water of all time.
It's your well water.
Mm-hmm. No.
It's not. I know his favorite.
My grandparents, my dad's parents' house, they have a well of some sort. Ours is spring water, actually. But theirs is just a well, and it's a sweet. It's so good. It's like a really tasty water. And every time I go there, I get a glass, and I drink 4 or 5 glasses of water.
He drinks
I'm not even
ton of
shitting
water
you.
when he's there.
Every time.
I know all the different bottled companies, like bottled water, all of it has a different taste.
Well, I mean, a lot of it tastes like plastic if you let it get too warm.
Chlorine. Yeah. And I don't like most when he buys me bottled water, it's expensive bottled water because I won't drink.
She has to have Voss or fucking Fiji.
Fiji is my favorite. But I won't drink just regular bottled water. It's grody. It tastes like chemicals and pool water.
She won't drink Deer Park.
Nope.
I just don't drink water.
I love our water. Our water here.
Our water is my second favorite. It's always freezing cold.
But I don't really know how I can sit here and explain a taste. I can sit here and say water has a different taste. It just tastes different when it's warm. It's more of a...
Gross.
Yeah. But when it's cold, it's got that, heavier...
Dude, I love a glass of ice cold water from my house. It just tastes clean and fresh. That's how it tastes. That's the only way I can describe it. My water tastes clean and fresh.
It's nice.
When it's ice cold here. I love it.
It doesn't have to be nice for me.
Rainwater also has a different taste.
I like...
Right, it depends on where it's at, though.
Yes.
In city, it tastes like asphalt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's grody. Out here, it
It's okay.
good.
It's alright. I wouldn't go cuckoo for it, but...
So
I had some of it today while I was mowing the lawn. Because it decided it was going to rain on me a little bit.
So you're just It
kept, hitting me in the mouth.
Mm.
So, of course, then you're okay.
Yeah.
Especially with a stash like yours, you're it's going to be there.
Well, it's like that perfect length that it doesn't get on your mouth, but
it will leave droplets that are on the tip of your lip, and then just.
Yeah.
Well, I know.
Essence, yeah.
As somebody with a beard and stash, I'm no.
I'm so sorry.
It's probably the loudest she's been.
Dude, I was
For
laying
sure.
backwards and I was drinking Pepsi for a while back here, and then I just sat up and it was explosion. There was no saying no to that. I'm sorry. That's what I get for drinking Pepsi laying down. What is that noise?
I think it was a coyote.
Oh, I wish you had been up with me last night, baby, because there were 3 owls talking to each other right out here.
Well, I know there was one yesterday, when we were out here before you went to do your tattoo, it was behind us.
Yeah.
It was like a ways back there. I was like, is that an owl already?
Yeah, there was 3 of them back here somewhere.
Right.
They were
Could have
going
been
off.
an owl.
They've been going off pretty before it gets dark here the last couple days.
Is that an owl or a coyote?
Or a kid.
Get the gun.
I'm just saying it could be a child.
It's probably one of ours, and they're nonsense.
That's
Oh
what
yeah,
I'm
we
saying.
think they're throwing their voice so it sounds like it's coming from the field.
It's ridiculous. Our children are savages, okay? Like,
They're your children.
my daughter...
I'm not surprised.
My daughter barked at an old lady in Walmart today.
She meowed at me when I got here.
Yeah, but you're not a stranger. This old lady, I was buying cat food, and there was I shit you not, guys, there was 3 old women in that fucking aisle.
Shocker.
I had to get Autumn some cat food.
That'll be Mal someday.
No. And
You're right, because we don't need cats.
no, we're not going to have any more cats. Cats and reptiles really don't mix. And this old lady turns and looks at our kids, and, oh, hi, guys, you're so sweet. And the baby barked at her. And all I could do was laugh.
That's funny.
The look on that old lady's face was the best. I don't think she was expecting a bark.
She
That's
reacted
awesome.
like Tink and Tucker.
Yeah.
I don't know you.
I'd just be like, well, you see, I have a few dogs. Sorry.
Stranger danger. That's them saying
At its
stranger
best.
danger.
At its
Yeah.
best.
It
You
was
start barking at some fucking stranger, like, oh god.
the
Just
dog
tell 'em, like,
child.
that's just means stranger
Well, the
danger.
best part of it was the dog child was barking at the cat lady.
That's just, oh man.
And I think that's why I was dying.
You know how you said I had a really bad dad joke the other day? That's a really bad mom joke. Good God.
Shut the fuck up. There's no such thing as bad mom jokes.
Okay. The dog
Just
child
like there's not
barked at
bad
the
chick
cat
flick
lady.
movies.
I've never once said that. Not one time. Those words have never come out of my mouth.
Yeah,
There's
but
a
like
lot
I
of
said,
bad
she's
chick
way
flick
more man
movies.
than she is woman, though. Let's be honest here.
That's true.
Yeah.
She just has all the right parts. That's all.
I don't know.
Truly.
You like it. It works out fine. It means I don't spend a whole lot of stupid money on makeup and nonsense.
Oh no, just on
Reptiles?
just fucking bullshit.
Tattooing supplies.
Okay,
She's
but
dropping
that's
almost
work.
$1,000.
I am. I have to
This
drop
week.
almost $1,000. Not this week.
Next week.
Like, over the next 2 weeks. Because if I can book one more decent one, we'll be solid.
Right. Yeah.
Which I will. I have ones lined up. I'm doing it tomorrow. It'll take me not long at all to draw it up.
There you go. Yeah. But then after that, she should be pretty well set for stuff for a decent time.
Yeah. I won't have to buy stuff again for a little bit. I might have to buy a bunch, small things here and
I was
there
thinking
once a
you
month,
might
but-
need a pack of cigarettes, or not pack, but a
No,
thing of
I mean,
cigarettes,
like-
or-
No,
Well,
we mean
like
like reptile
reptile and stuff.
stuff or tattooing stuff. She should be good
Yeah.
for a couple of months. The reptile stuff won't be a couple of months, but it'll be at least a month. if not
Food
more.
wise, we'll be set for a hot minute because I got big bags of stuff. But substrate wise, I'll have to do the exact same thing next month,
Right.
and I'll have to get the moss next time because I won't have enough next time like I do this time.
Right.
But I didn't make a tattoo supply order last month. That's why it's so high this month for that.
Yeah, she's got to buy all kinds of random bullshit.
I gotta buy every single needle and tube I have.
And saran wrap. And
No, I already
all
got
kinds of
all that
shit.
today.
Well, no, but you
Yeah.
had to.
Yeah, I did.
Is
I
what
had
I'm
to
saying.
buy
It's already-
everything.
the money's already spent on that.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, I was just saying.
I'm not out of anything. but I have to replenish before I
You
run out.
definitely gotta do stuff to get monies.
Yeah. Like, and I obviously am not going to let myself run out of shit. Like,
Right,
that'd be dumb.
Right?
Oh man, I ran out of red.
I'll tell you what I had a hard time finding, though. There was one size of tube that I had a fuck of a time finding. 3 different brands were out of it.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah. I finally found it, but I have to get it off of Amazon instead of any of the tattoo supply companies.
It must be quite popular.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. They're selling expired ones.
Oh, that's good.
But it says that they're expired and that you have to re-sterilize them to use them, or you can use them for practice. And they're like $6 for 20 of them instead of like 20.
Yeah, because that sounds promising.
I mean, you can. It's a good thing for people who are using practice skins.
Practice and backup, I guess.
Not backup.
If you have the sterilizing.
They're
thing.
plastic.
Yeah, but they're plastic.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust plastic in a sterilizer then.
No, like I buy the one-time use. Like you open the sterile package, you use it, and in the garbage it goes.
That's how it should be.
Right.
All needles, all shit like that.
Well, like the tubes, like what you do is you put them in an ultrasonic, and then you clean them after the ultrasonic, and then you would put them in an autoclave.
Yeah.
And like that's an expensive venture. First off, it costs you literally like $1,200-$1,400 just for an autoclave and an ultrasonic.
And then if you fuck it up, then it's not sterile.
And you have to repackage it and all that shit yourself, so you have to buy packaging. Like there's a lot to it. Okay. So it's easiest just to buy the tubes as disposables as well as the needles.
Okay.
And then once you're done with it, you just plop it into the garbage and you're done.
Yeah.
No big deal.
And they have indicators inside them to let you know if they've like come unsealed or something like that.
Interesting.
So it's really awesome.
It just makes sure that people know that everything's actually sterile and safe, and it's a one-time use only for sure.
Yep.
So,
like when I do my setup before people get here, I don't take the needles out the package or anything. They are here when I open those and put them all together. Because I'm not having nobody question that kind of nonsense.
Right.
I don't pour inks till they get here either. So that they can see it comes right out the bottle.
it's just for a peace of mind.
Hey, whatever works. Keep your customers coming back.
Right. Speaking of returning customers, though. So, Mal did a tattoo Monday.
It depends on which one you're talking about.
And the girl was her first tattoo by Mal.
Yep.
And she already booked, second tattoo. That day.
Yeah, booked a meeting about it, showed me what she wanted, and put down a deposit. She's coming to get measurements, and that's it.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, man, like that's turnaround service right there.
Right.
It doesn't even leave and wants to get another one.
And
it's another piece, like not even like a whole another piece. No.
Oh no, she hooked us up a little bit. She is the fundraiser. What is she?
She's in charge of donations for Mead Park.
Yeah. We get to go to Mead Park and talk about our reptiles and take them and show a bunch of people and stuff.
Damn.
In July.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mel's super excited, if you can't tell.
Excited. That's what we've been talking about for freaking ever.
Right.
That's Mel's dream, to teach people about animals if you haven't known already.
Yeah.
I try and educate all of you against your wills.
Yeah, I know.
She's talking to me, Red, and you guys.
Yeah. Yep, every single one of you. I can't help it.
It's all right. It's kind of like me and music. I mean, the same thing with you, Red. I mean,
oh yeah,
you get into music too,
or you
pretty
in
hard.
Video games.
That too.
That being said, I have to tell you about something later. Remind me.
All right.
Not a one of us is going to remember what you.
Just remind me about Pittsburgh Company.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's to help Red out. We'll see what it is. I don't know.
Okay. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, neither do I. Okay, good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Now.
For what?
You guys know what time it is?
Yes!
Oh. I think it's time for the Urban Dictionary word of the night.
Yeah. So it's wah-wah-wee-wah.
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 Wah-wah-wee-wah. Is this snoo?
No.
What in the fuckaroo?
I don't know what that is. She says fuckaroo.
You don't know what snoo is?
No.
It's a Futurama reference.
Oh, it's been a while.
Alright, say it for me one more time.
Wah-wah-wee-wah.
Wah-wah-wee-wah.
I have no idea.
I just like saying it.
I know, right?
Wah, wah, wee, wah.
No, right? No, so you don't even want to try guess?
I don't even have remotely an idea of
I
a guess.
think it is the embodiment of one's penis.
Of course you do, because you're a man.
Wah, wah, wee, wah. That's my wee, wah. That's my wee, wah.
No,
Wah, wah, wee, wah, my wee, wah.
so, Wawa Weewa was invented in Bull Rat, the movie. And it's said when something great happens. Like this says, a beautiful girl is walking down the street and comes to you and says, would you like to go to bed with me? Wawa Weewa!
Wah, wah, wee, wah.
I think you'd just scare the fuck out of some random girl if that's what happened.
That you were insane.
They'd literally be like, all right, this is a Neanderthal. Cool. Like,
They'd be like, oh, you're a psycho.
you're like,
Yeah, I
oh,
was
so
kidding.
you're not gonna want to try to have sex with me now. Damn it. I
Wah, wah,
done,
wee, wah.
I done fucked up.
You
That
done
is
goofed.
quite the
Hey,
word.
Ron. I thought it was funny.
And
I thought Red would appreciate it too.
Wah, wah, wee, wah.
well, he
Yeah.
hasn't stopped saying it yet, so.
I know. Yeah, we know Mamala. We know.
I was just getting ready to say that.
Bam!
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 Mamala. You meant mamala.
Oh, man.
Stamped. Good episode.
Oh, my.
Motherfuckers.
All I could think of is Gru at that time. I don't know why. I know. Gru.
Oh, Gru.
As in
Minions.
Minions.
The
but-
baby's favorite.
Yeah, and Red's not a fan of. Remember how we thought it was John
Wah, wah,
Boy?
wee, wah.
We said it was John Boy the other day? No,
Yeah.
it was definitely Red.
Oh.
He's the one that doesn't like Minions after I thought about it.
Wah, wah, wee, wah.
Wah, wah, wee, wah. That's his game! It only took me a second of him like looking at us back and forth after saying it the first time. I'm like, aha!
Nope.
She understood. She's like, I'm not playing this
No.
game.
I did understand. I was like, no, I'm good.
Sometimes you gotta go around with it, woman. Sometimes you gotta play our childish games. Churlish!
If you want to smoke the bowl, you have to play the childish games.
Yeah, play the churlish game.
Or
Churlish.
I can let you win and you're happy anyway.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
My hands are full.
Damn it.
I can't clap. Oh, wait. Here, take these.
I have one. Yay!
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I mean, I just took a bong hit. Why wouldn't I be happy?
I mean, we're talking about, like Sesame Street and stuff. Thinking of that, my spirit animal's definitely animal. Hence why he's tattooed on my foot now.
Your son's spirit animal is Cookie Monster, by the way.
Yeah.
He sings that whole song with Cookie Monster in a deep, scratchy voice.
Damn, that kind of pisses me off because somebody was talking to me about spirit animals today, and I couldn't think of what my spirit animal was. It just pissed me off. I was like,
What is my spirit animal?
I don't know. Something fucking insane.
No, I know what it is.
What?
Hey, hey.
The fuck is a hey?
hey, hey.
No, hey, hey is that fucking chicken from Moana.
Oh.
That's my spirit animal.
He's awfully derpy. Derpy.
He's retarded.
Who? Oh. I was like, are you talking about
Hey,
me?
hey. No, no.
I have to tell you something that I'm highly upset about.
Oh, no.
I'm just saying, Mel knows.
Oh, okay.
We talked about this the other day.
Oh, I think I know.
That fucking Ellen Page turned into a guy. I loved Ellen Page as an actress. She was so good. And now she's Elliot Page. What
Hey.
the fuck, man?
It's not that he's not happy that he's
Right.
happy, but like he's like, damn it.
Like
Okay.
Ellen Page is a girl in the Umbrella Academy.
Okay.
Now what are they going to do after the season 2? Like, are they going to make her to a him in the third thing? Like, I don't...
Or are they
Don't
going to
get
get
it.
somebody else to play?
Or, yeah, I don't want
Like,
somebody else to be 7. That's what I'm getting at. Like, no. I like
Right.
Ellen, now Elliot Page, as the actor.
Like,
Person,
kudos to
what.
you, dude, for being happy.
But at the
he's
same
like,
time...
he's
Yeah.
like, but my show, what's going to happen?
And I like
might even
I
be a
liked
twist
her as
that's
an
written.
actress.
Yeah.
They might just write it in as a twist.
Maybe.
Because Because the writer of that's Gerard Way, isn't it, from My Chemical Romance?
He wrote the original show. I'm not sure if he still is. Because a lot of times people fall off on shit like that.
If he is, I would expect him to write something that would work with it.
Right.
Just from my Chemical Romance background. I mean, I was fucking bleeding that shit back in the day.
I saw your post on the Book of Faces of, man, I should have been driving this in 2008. And I was like, oh, God.
Yeah, that thing would have been fucking dope.
Oh, Jesus.
I loved my first car, but that thing would have been fucking dope.
Did you see that post or no?
No.
It was definitely a My Chemical Romance car.
And it was just a shitter. It was just a shit wagon. And it was just plastered in black and white, and it said My Chemical Romance on the side of it.
Oh my god.
I was like, that thing is so dope.
Yeah, it was a shitmobile for sure.
I can't wait till we get our Forester, because it's going to be pretty when I'm done with it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I put my neck out sleeping last night.
Oof, that sucks.
And I am in so much pain today. It's stupid. Like, it's just a constant stabbing pain in the back of my neck, and I'm like, good God, this can't win today with it. I can't turn my fucking neck because it's like I have to
hate those
turn my
days.
whole body half-assed to be able to look. Cause,
If you turn, you're like,
yeah,
fuck.
you get like a shock. You're like, fuck!
Don't do that, stop it, no.
Like, I need to see it drive.
I gotta look out the fucking window, you stupid neck.
Oh my god, I hate that.
I gotta be able to drive.
I know.
Man.
Or my favorite is when my neck does that, and then the other boy is in one of the moods where he grabs my face and he starts doing like this, and I'm like, ah!
Or it
stop.
climbs on your head.
Oh my god, he's like a freaking ape. Or he climbs up my back and plants his butt on my shoulders and puts his feet over. He like lifts himself up on my head.
So I'm assuming you're talking from experience.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He uses me as his own personal jungle gym.
I had her push on my back here a little bit ago, and it popped, but it didn't seem to help.
And it was not from a lack of effort.
It's just pissed off. Is it dead, Ski?
Is DSC.
So, that's our third bong pipe.
Yep.
How about you guys?
I hope you guys been keeping up. I mean...
Yeah, seriously. Best not be slacking on us, guys.
Right?
She's looking at her phone.
I was
So she literally,
something.
right? Yeah, sure.
I'm part
I'm
of
like,
this
really? You're not
conversation.
in the conversation on
I
your
am.
phone?
I was looking at something.
Denied.
This
9.
is the best conversation I've ever been in.
Sweet, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
I was listening.
Great
How
kick.
dope.
Great kick, Nappa.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm telling you, one of these days, I'm gonna make that into a thing where I can have it recorded onto shit. And like,
Surprised you didn't do that yet.
shut up.
Just isolate.
Our
been a clip
grandkids
of her
are each
saying-
gonna have one because someday that's what she's gonna be known for saying.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I would say like someday when we get really old. Yeah, that's gonna be a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know already.
It is a thing all the time.
Yeah, but what I'm saying though is like our kids, our grandkids, they're all gonna know it. They're all gonna get one when you die, and a little card that says, "Sorry, your sad grandma died, but here's a way to remember her."
Shut
When
the
you hit the
fuck up.
fucking button, she goes, "Shut the fuck up."
Dude,
That's what's gonna happen, and they're all just gonna start crying. Yep, that's gonna be a thing. I was thinking about it. So
you were thinking about me dying?
no, I was thinking about it. So. When you die, and they go to have a funeral, what songs do you want played at a funeral?
I know the very final song I want played at my funeral is "Goodbye Cruel World" by Pink Floyd.
Okay.
It's that very final beat where the bass line is just the sound of a heartbeat until it fades away, and you just saying your last goodbyes.
Huh. I've always said at my funeral, I have a couple of songs I want. I know, I'm hoping I don't die of cancer, because that's just ass.
Yeah.
But the song "Cancer" by My Chemical Romance, it's really heartfelt, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
And I've always said that I want "Rise Against Surviving." I just want to play "Surviving." Because, like, that's how I live my life. Like, is how the lyrics say, you know, like, it's not who you are, it's but what you do to survive. And I'm like, yes. Like, that's, like, it's not what you, or, like, what you do, but it's what you do to survive.
Right.
Like, yes. That's what makes you who you are. That's what I'm about. So, like, there's that song. What do you say, Mel?
I'm not going to lie to you. I put very little thought into my funeral because I don't like thinking about death.
Right.
It freaks me out.
Just like, I also want something to remind you by Stained. It's just a very haunting song, and it's about a guy that actually, the guy that wrote it initially committed suicide, and that's what he left for them to find him with, is the song that he wrote. And it wasn't finished, so Aaron Lewis of Stained finished it for him. It's just one of those things, like, it's very, very interesting and heartfelt. Like, that's loud as fuck, you know that,
Yeah.
right?
I'm so sorry.
I'm like, damn, I'm like in my mind talking, and I'm like hearing that louder than me. I'm like, holy fuck.
The funny thing is you were just grinding away. He looks at you, then looks back at me. I look at you, back to him.
As
he
I'm
looks at you
talking.
again, and then we both look at you, and then you burst out laughing.
Like, as I'm talking, I'm like, holy fuck, dude.
I was zoned out so fucking hard. I didn't even know.
She's like, I'm just fucking going, okay?
I'm just doing my job.
I know that you're doing the job of talking right now, so I could do this, but I'm doing it not so quietly ever that I could ever be. Let's just fucking shake Philip around some more while we're at it, and fucking, yeah. Because, okay, so usually we just use Red's grinders because they're quiet.
Yes.
So Mal's using our grinder to grind up some of what we have. And, it's loud as shit because it's dirty as fuck. So, like, good God.
We need
Remember back in episode 1, when I was like, clean your grinders?
Remember
I think
when
it was
I
like
laughed
episode
at you?
3, actually.
I know.
Maybe 4.
Guess who
It
still
definitely-
hasn't cleaned their grinder?
I don't know.
And guess
but
why
the-
it's still
I
loud
think-
as fuck.
I think the whole crowd knows of what they're listening to.
But as I was saying, something to remind you is just really, really heartfelt, super, like, it's just super haunting and such a good song. It's a good way to say goodbye. Because, like, he's talking about how, like, he hopes you'll remember him after he's gone and shit like that. And I mean, everyone wants to be remembered when they're gone. I mean, let's be honest. I would just rather I wasn't remembered as an asshole. That's all.
Right.
That's all I care. Fuck that guy. He was such a dick. I'm like,
Man, I'm so glad he's dead.
it'd make you feel bad as a person. Like,
Oh,
seriously.
yeah. Especially if, like, you have to, like, I don't know how much you guys believe in the afterlife and what all you do in the afterlife before you fully pass on. So, like, I don't know if you're actually there for your funeral and whatnot, you know, you
Like
actually...
in R.I.P.D.?
Yeah, you know, like, if you're actually there in that, you actually see what everybody says about you as their final farewells, and
I am getting cremated, so...
and everybody's like, fuck that guy, I'm glad he burned himself and is now in ashes.
Yeah, no.
Best way
That'd
to
be-
remember him, dust in the wind.
As they toss your fucking shit. That'd be the best way, though. Like, when you have them, like, toss your ashes somewhere, you just fucking play Dust in the Wind. Oh, good God. It'd be so funny.
Yeah, except your ashes aren't getting tossed anywhere.
I'm just saying.
They're
It'd be
getting put into a
Your ashes are
vibrator.
going to be with
That-
mine.
I don't plan on dying that much sooner than her, okay? As
No.
we were actually talking about it, and I was like, I hope that she dies first when we get really, really old. Because
the look.
No,
no,
listen.
because she couldn't emotionally handle me dying before her, I don't feel like.
Nope.
And I feel like I would be able to take that on better than she would.
I'd die.
Like, just as a whole. Not that I ever want my wife to die
Right,
at a young age.
but
But, like, when we get old as fuck, I hope that she dies before I do. So that way she
I'm
doesn't
gonna
have to
break
try
it
to
to
handle
you,
it.
Aries. You're definitely gonna die before the Aquarius.
You don't know.
As an Aries myself, you're gonna die before him.
She's pretty careful, though, about things, and I'm really not. So
I
Except
have
with
one
apparently-
habit I can talk about that's really taking time away.
Shut the fuck up. I know.
I know. I've tried to. I've tried.
I'm not. I mean, I've done it, so I actually
I know.
reached that point. But I didn't smoke all my teenage years. I was smoking. You know,
Yeah, I've been smoking since I was like 18.
Right.
Yes, that's 13 years of smoking.
Right. And I get that. That's going to be a hard thing to quit.
Yeah.
Unless you replace it with a fuck ton of weed like I did.
Which I can't afford.
I
When it becomes legal, we'll talk.
right.
Because
Yeah, then we'll. Just
I'm not going to be
grow a fuck ton of
buying.
weed.
I'm not going to be buying my rolled cigarettes. I'm just going to roll a bunch of joints and they're going to be in my
when I want a cigarette, I'm going to go smoke a joint.
Yep.
At least,
Or like a half a joint.
we'll see how cranky I am.
We'll see how they come in packs at the gas station.
She's gonna be in fucking comatose. I know. I was thinking about that the other day, like as a stoner.
Where did that bong go?
I was like, how
put it away?
long?
Is it empty?
It's empty.
Oh, I thought you were trying to hand it to me. I told you to hold on just a second. So
I
then
thought
was,
you were handing it to me because it was dead.
Wait, did you tap it out?
No,
Oh, okay. So it's
But-
not dead.
it's her head.
I didn't think it was dead.
Oh.
Dead. But I was like, was it dead?
I was
dead?
really confused.
I thought I saw you tap it out, so that's the reason why I was like,
No,
I didn't know it was dead.
it's really low though.
Yeah. Oh,
Number
yeah.
4 is almost cashed.
But we the thought process I had was as a stoner. Okay, so are they going to allow any
Pack of
any
joints
kind of
at a gas
store?
station?
Yeah, are they going to allow any store to sell them like how cigarettes or how
I
snuff's
feel
sold
like the
now? Or if it
corner
has to be
store.
like,
You know that corner store downtown?
Yeah.
I feel like they would have packs of joints and
Oh,
just
I could
sell
see it, for
I
sure.
see it for sure.
but I mean, like, would
Same
they
with
allow
one next
just,
to Cofair, the fucking
Yeah. Snuff and puff or whatever. Puff and
smokes
snuff.
smokes for less and fucking Buffett stuff.
Dude,
Yeah.
we could just buy a blunt.
Right, but see, here's my thought
You can buy a
process.
blunt for $35 and it's like this fucking fat. Not even joking.
Where?
In Colorado, where you get them illegally.
Okay, can I talk now? It's impossible. So my thought process is: are they going to allow any convenience store to be able to sell them, or is it going to have to be how the liquor store is and just have it how Rise is right now? Is that the only way that there's going to be stores allowed to have it? Like, do you have to have a special license to sell weed, and that's all you sell mostly?
I have a feeling that's what it's going to be.
Like a vape shop
Mostly
is nowadays?
dispensaries, but you can apply for an alcohol. Like, you know how gas stations are now being able to get alcohol.
Right.
They probably apply for a alcoholic license to do that.
Do you know that's been a thing everywhere besides
No, it's empty.
Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just recently in Pennsylvania that they're allowing it.
That's
mind-
because Pennsylvania is tardy to the party on everything.
I actually remember when I was younger, I went to Ohio, and I was like, wait, I can buy vodka at the gas station? Like, wait, excuse me?
That's how it is right now.
And then
too,
I just
though.
picked up the bottle of vodka, and
Like at Co-Fair, now they have Fireball.
Yeah.
They just have little things of Fireball sitting around.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and at the Union City Co-Fair, the Corey one hasn't gotten all their licenses yet.
no.
I know that they're working on it, but they haven't gotten them all
The
yet.
say-
thing is the stores are getting remodeled for the coolers.
I don't know if she did it. So
Anyway, the stores are getting remodeled for the coolers that they're going to be putting all the alcohol in because they get locked after a certain time. Because I think they get locked after like 2 or 3.
I gotcha.
Because you're not allowed to sell alcohol past a certain time in most states.
Right. Usually it's at 2 o'clock when you have to be done selling alcohol. But I don't know if they do that with 6-packs or not. Like if you're allowed to get a 6-pack to go
Right.
from a gas station or convenience store. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's new to Pennsylvania, so it's kind of hard to tell. Not to mention, I'm not really much of a drinker.
No.
Right.
On
We can
Memorial
drink,
Day.
but
Well, Memorial Day, I drank 10 10 JD coolers, and I barely caught a buzz. And I ate a half a edible.
Yeah.
And I barely got drunk.
It tasted like we were eating, like, straight weed.
And it got barely any effect.
I think I've been spoiling myself by drinking too much whiskey here and there because I was like, on the weekend, I drank a bunch of those coolers as well, and I was like, fuck, I can still drive, you know.
Well, we heard about the fact that you had, because we had heard you had been talking to some people.
Right.
Well, you were high and drunk.
Right. I was just like,
Fuck it, let's give it a go. I'm feeling not like worried about it.
I can control myself, and
No, you did fine. I was just like, oh, I was excited.
I have no clue what exactly was said. I just know that there was some talking going on.
I never did
people.
fill him in on anything.
Oh.
No, I'm always the one in the dark, so.
I'm sorry.
She's the one that has all the mutual friends everywhere. I'm just the innocent bystander, I guess.
I didn't realize we were talking about that. So,
So now you figured it out. You're like, oh.
I'm like, fuck.
No, that's all good. That's all I'm saying about it. But we did hear about you were drinking this weekend. That's all.
Yeah.
It's Memorial Day weekend. I mean, come on.
Went to a bonfire.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It was in my backyard, so I was like,
Oh,
okay.
You went to a bonfire in your backyard. Was it your downstairs neighbor?
Yep,
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, I'd be
He was
afraid.
having a fire, and I was like, I went down, I was like, you don't mind if I drink some of my own fucking alcohol and stand in front of a fire? And he was like, I don't give a shit. And I was like, anybody want to drink while I'm at it?
Right? I didn't do a whole lot of drinking this weekend, but my stomach did not feel good. A good portion of this weekend either.
Oh, I did. I did for sure.
Yeah, you did.
It was sad because even with the half a edible and like 7 or 8 JD coolers at this point, like I got a buzz on for like 20 minutes. That was it. I'm like, this is why I don't drink alcohol. I have to drink a shitload. Unless I'm drinking like Alabama Slammers, I have 3 or 4 or 5 shots in it. Even when we stayed at a hotel a couple weekends ago, or a couple weeks ago, and we went to the bar, and we were drinking Long Island iced teas, legit Long Island iced teas, not fake ones. I drank 3, and she drank 4, and we were both like, fine. She's a lightweight. I don't know how she managed it. She could just walk just fine. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
he thought I was going to be wasted when I stood up, and I was like, here we go. And, I mean, how many shots were in each of those?
Like 5 or 6.
And we drank them in...
an hour and a half.
Yeah. I drank 4 of them in an hour and a half.
But, like, with drinking 3 of them, we smoked a bowl beforehand, we smoked a bowl after, you know. Did we smoke a bowl after? Yeah, we did, yeah.
Yeah, we smoked a squid.
I wouldn't be surprised if you smoked a bowl.
But we smoked a bowl beforehand, we smoked a bowl after, and then we drank those. And I mean...
well, you're stoners.
We weren't shit-faced either, though. Like, we weren't really all that fucked up.
Well, you did it backwards.
Next time-
Apparently, drinking is supposed to help your... with getting
smoked.
stoned.
Well, we smoked Calypso, to be exact. And then we went to the bar. And then we smoked a Squidward to finish off our night. Yeah. I love how smooth Caddy is, by the way. I'm just saying.
It's gotten a lot smoother, though. That's for fucking sure.
Right?
I used to die really bad on that one.
The next time we go to do something like that, we're just going to make sure we go drinking earlier so we can drink more of those things because they were delicious. I could have drank probably another 4 of them and been happy about it. She
has never had a Long Island iced tea. And she's like, there's no actual tea in them? I've never wanted one because they have tea in them. I'm like, they're not tea. I'm like, there's no tea element in them. They're a shitload of alcohol, and then you put a little bit of sours in it, and then you top it off with Coke to give it color, to make it look like tea, and that's it. She's like, no fucking shit. I felt
like Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory, because that's what Penny was giving him at the bar the first time he ever got drunk.
That's funny. Long Island iced teas are not to fuck with, bud.
He's like, this is delicious. This is the best juice I ever had. And he was like chugging them.
Right.
And Penny's just feeding them to him, giggling.
Oh, I bet. Because with, like, it depends on what kind of alcohol you're getting. But, like, they were definitely using Tito's that night, which is my favorite kind of vodka. It's a legit potato vodka that's made in Texas, actually. And it's really good. Legit. It's not even clear. if that tells you what kind of vodka this is.
Right.
Like, it's legit potato vodka. It's got a nice yellowish tint to it. It's very smooth vodka. For
I'll
being
have to try
vodka.
it because I've avoided a lot of vodka because when I was younger, my friends and I drank a lot of vodka.
AKA Vlad.
Vlad and all that other
The
fun,
only
cheap
time
ass
I've ever just
shit.
drank straight vodka, it tasted like I was just drinking, like, rubbing alcohol. And it was gross.
Every time I drink vodka, I puke from the taste of vodka. Like, I instantly want to puke because it tastes so bad. And I'm not even ever drunk when if I take a shot of vodka, I will puke. I guarantee it. Now, you can really hide the taste of vodka and stuff with your drink easily. So, I mean, there's
I don't
that.
know.
But for sure.
That thing tasted like juice, and it was delicious.
And it has a shot of tequila in it, which tequila is really salty and really just rough, usually.
P.S.
And then
I want to do that all over again. Like, and just go drinking earlier.
That's the spirit.
We'll obviously go and stay at a hotel some other time, but
I know.
it's kind of hard with everything going on time.
I know.
No, it is. It is hard.
It's nice to get away from the kids and kind of get away from everything for a day or two.
But generally, it's kind of a chore.
Yeah, because we have to find not only a sitter for the kids, but animals as well.
Yeah, it could be a bit of not funness. But on those nights that we do it, it is very nice. It's just really nice just to relax and spend just the evening. We went to Buffalo this time and went to shopping at the mall.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, yeah.
P.S. We have to go back because we found the best little hippie store ever.
Oh, man. It was an expensive stop.
Oh, was it?
It was
Oh, it
our
was.
first store we went in, and we definitely dropped some money in there. A little bit.
Now we gotta save some for some reptiles.
We didn't do reptiles that day.
Nope. We just went shopping just to go to the Buffalo Mall. We've never been there.
We did this fun little puzzle room quest.
5 wits.
Didn't that open up in Erie?
Yeah, it did.
I kind of want to go and do that.
It was fun.
Quite fun. We were actually, so you could have groups up to 12, right? To do these challenges and stuff.
I'd
It
like
was
to know
just me and Mal, that's it. And we were high.
Nice.
We smoked a bowl before we went into the mall.
in the parking lot.
Dude,
Yeah.
I just got a brilliant idea.
Oh, God.
We should get 2 other people and do a podcast in a WIT 5 room. And try to get through it.
Well, like, it's, there are a whole bunch of puzzles, and you have to go from
Right.
room to room.
But we'll just do them, you know.
Well, it's loud as shit, because there's, like, music and people talking
Yeah,
and shit. So,
you
like,
wouldn't be able to
it'd be
hear
really
anybody
hard
talking.
to do, like, a podcast with it.
Maybe if we had setups with, like, mics.
And we'd have to stay, like, super close together to be able to do that. Like,
No, I mean, like, personal mics and shit.
he wants to get all fancy here.
Fancy shit.
Jesus.
It'll be an investment. This is a long ass show.
He's insane.
Oh my god.
Anyways, we actually placed in like the 84 percentile in like speed and accuracy and everything as 2 of us that are high. And normally it has up to 12 to do it.
Nice.
First of all, though, I'd like to know where they fit 12 people in that little cage room.
Oh, I know. Like there's,
I'm claustrophobic. I'd have been like, no.
you're literally locked in a cage room. And you have to like figure out these challenges to get out of the locked room.
I mean, I could see like 4 or 5 being
Yeah,
a good amount,
But like 12? I mean, it's like a room smaller than like the end of the porch to like maybe me and Mal.
It's tiny.
That's how small the room is. I'm like,
And there's shit in that room, too. Don't forget.
Jesus.
yeah. But like the puzzles I didn't think were super hard.
The dude that,
Oh my god.
he was kind of a weirdo.
The like
but-
tour guide. He was like a buddy of mine, like how a buddy of mine is. But like just very like,
overboard about it.
oh yeah, overboard and kind of awkward, I guess. He was like a tour guide and he's like, oh, you have to do this. And like, I don't know. You have to have like a tour guide to help you get to the start of it.
Oh.
Then-
And do like the
Yeah.
beginning of it. And then you go off on your own in these these like rooms.
He was kind of a weirdo. We're like, dude, we're grown-ass adults, not children. Chill.
Yeah, we're like, oh yeah, we're kind of high. Like
The help.
It's $30 a person though, so I mean, it's not cheap.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. And it was like 40 minutes, I think it took me and Mal to do it, and that's just the two of us.
It was fun though. Like we had a good time doing it.
Oh yeah, I definitely feel like we definitely cheated in the one room. We took a picture of our puzzle, and we had to do it on the other wall. So then we just took a picture of it, and then went over there, did it really fast.
That's working smarter, not harder.
Right. I would have done the same fucking thing. I wouldn't trust my memory for shit.
No!
We could turn around and look at it.
Oh, I still wouldn't trust my memory for shit.
I know, right? I'd be like, it's backwards.
It's
backwards.
It's a fuck.
Well, it'd be backwards, so, like, you know what I mean? From where you're at now.
Mm.
So you'd have to look at the front of it for this front, like on the opposite end.
I have trouble remembering more than 6 numbers walking into, like, a building.
But, like, we definitely did most of it pretty...
team,
for sure. Oh, yeah.
Every time we do stuff like that, or we're trying to do a project together...
Like, have you ever seen a fill-in puzzle? Like, one of the ones where you have, like... Say there's 5 dogs, and there are these 5 breeds, and they went to these 5 places, and they got these 5 toys. And you have to figure out which dog was what breed that went to what place and got what toy. And it's like, they go this way, and then they go this way. Like, they're...
Right.
Anyways, it's like one of those, but it's on the walls. And it says, and it was like, it's a Knight's Tale overall, so... The king has to be to the right of the queen. The queen cannot be next to the knight. The peasant is on the exact opposite end as the wizard. And there was like 8 or 9 clues, and you had to figure out the whole puzzle based off of that.
Yeah.
And it had these little, like, totems. It had 8 totems. You had to figure out which way the 8 totems went. We did it, we had to switch characters twice. We had to switch 2 times. We had to switch a couple of characters around to get it right from our initial thought. So, I mean, it didn't take us long.
Right.
And, like, we built it the way it told us to. But, like, if you have the 2 ends backwards, and then that makes this side fucked up because it's not allowed to be next to this one, it'd have to be on this side, so you have to, like, move
basically
those around.
Flip everything on.
So, like, you don't know that, though, which it has to be until you find out whether you're right or you're wrong. So we were wrong, so we had to switch the entire board back around to the other side, like, make it backwards from how we had it, because we had the wrong things on the wrong ends.
Interesting.
But after that, then we only had one other time that we had 2 mixed up, but we flipped them and they were right. We had it done that quick. Took us probably 4 or 5 minutes to do it.
Yeah, that was probably the one that we struggled with the most. That and finding that last button. That last button in that first room. We found all the rest of them in that fucking last button.
Yeah, we had to, like, turn this thing, and I pushed
we
on
both
it.
Fucked with
we
that
pushed
damn thing
on it,
twice.
but we never spun it. And then I just, for some reason, thought to spin it, and when I spun it, then it started working. And we're like, oh yeah, there's the last button.
We're like, for fuck's sake.
But it's like you have to find buttons on the walls or in the room on things, and like there's chains hanging from the wall. I just pulled all of them, and one of them happened to be one of the buttons, like a trigger. It's a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun with it, but it's one of those things when you go out with your friends and you want to have a good time, just to have some fun, and you don't care if you're going to blow some money because you're out having a good night.
Right.
That's when you would go. I mean, I could see it for sure. Like, that's when you'd go. Because they're $30 a piece, or it's $15 after you do the first one for each time after that. And there's usually 3 of them. So you could do all 3 of them. Each person could do it for like for $60. And it would be like an all-night affair to do all 3 of them. It'd take like an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours.
Depending on how long it took you guys to solve them. But, like, it's fun. We really enjoyed the one we went through. We went through the castle one, so.
Right? Yeah,
Sounds like fun.
It was.
He let me pick, and I'm like,
there's an Egyptian one, a castle one, and I don't remember what the third one was. Space? Was it a space one? No. I don't know.
No, but I can't remember what it was either, but...
I remember the Egyptian one, because that was the ones we were debating on doing. And the third one was something that wasn't really down our alley. It wasn't like a wizard one or anything like that.
No, I can't remember what it was.
But anyways...
Maybe it was a space one, I don't know.
They all looked kind of fun. It's just the king, like we're,
Or at least
we love the nerd castles and shit like
Right,
that.
right.
That's, you know.
that one looked like the most fun for us. So that's the one we played. What? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I don't know. But, which guys' advice of the night? They all look at
Don't
me.
fucking look at me.
I'm like, oh, God.
I've had advice of the night for the past few weeks.
Well, I did it with you. Well, I did one and then you did one last week. Like, we both did one last week. Oh. So, I will say, my advice tonight is if you have to wear a beard net at work and your beard gets over like 4 or 5 inches, use a ponytail to get it all stuck together. And then your fucking beard net will actually hold it all in. I'm just saying.
Wow.
Because my beard cannot be contained by one beard net. If it does not have a ponytail to hold it together, literally, I can actually put it in a ponytail and have like 3 inches off of the ponytail.
Jesus.
And I mean, some of this doesn't quite make it to the ponytail, but I mean, most of my whole beard does. And then it fucking goes whoosh. I'm like, God damn it. Oh, it pisses
Dude,
me
I
off.
haven't come into Subway and seen you in a while because people's and stuffs. So I can't even imagine. I haven't seen your beard explode.
I have to do that, and I have to wear a fucking mask.
Wow.
So it's-
Supposedly that mandate's supposed to be getting lifted June 28th.
Yeah, but Subway is making us wear them until they feel it's safe.
Yeah, it's dependent on...
Even if you have your
place.
vaccinations and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because Yetta is getting her vaccination.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, and she was hoping that they would make it so that way if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask anymore. And they're not. And she's like...
You guys are switching.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I thought last time. Because I was like, did you hand it to me or did she hand it to me?
I did. My bad.
So, see, last time I caught it, but I was like, no, she handed it to me, I think. And then you're like, yeah, you're right. And I'm like,
she did
okay.
one. I did one.
I was just like that, but you were like, yeah, you're right. I'm like, okay.
It
So
does
it was
go to
like-
red.
It's
It does
bowl
go to
number
red.
5.
But,
So...
yeah, it is.
But I mean, that being said, also, let's hope all this bullshit's really coming to an end. Let's be honest here. Let's hope.
Yeah, because, like...
So we're smoking 2 different strains tonight now.
Yes, now we're smoking Tahoe. I guess we'll talk about that next week.
Right?
Because...
I kind of like Tahoe. It's a really nice high. It's just not very long. It's like a 2, maybe 3 hour high at
Yeah,
best.
but you know what? That's okay, because that kind of high is the one you smoke at nighttime, and then you just go to nice.
Go to bed.
It's a really nice high. It really
So
is.
it doesn't matter that it's a short high. It's one of those nighttime weeds.
Right?
They're
Like,
coming for us.
like once we're done with this, we'll have to get all the reptiles out and do some reptile work.
Yeah.
And then we'll
Food.
probably hang out, watch some TV.
I'm going home.
I might play some 8
Smoking weed. Play some video games.
You're insane. Insane. Smoking some weed. You
I'm
know,
gonna
because
eat.
5 bowls wasn't enough. 4 bongs at that.
Yeah, no. Maybe a couple dabs before bed.
Good God. That reclaim, like, it fucked me up. And then I had to get up at 2, and good God.
I told you. I was like, want to smoke grease and cream?
Yeah. I was like, well, it was some really crazy reclaim, that's for sure. But that was our 5th bowl.
Yeah,
It's
she's
Gandhi.
about Gonzo.
So,
Actually, yeah.
hope you guys kept up with us. If not, you're slacking.
You
But-
better get up in the end.
Slack-a-lackin'.
All right, we'll catch you guys next week. Later.
Lates.
All right, so if you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to share, like, and subscribe to our YouTube and whatever you're on, Spotify. Yeah,
Wherever the hell you are.
We don't
just
know.
because as much as we could get out there, the better it is for us, you know. And I mean, obviously, it shows that you guys like it, and we appreciate seeing that you guys like it. So
Yes,
we would
it makes
just
us
love
smile. It really does.
Yeah,
Love to see that
love
sub.
Seeing everything, we're gonna get everything here rolling here soon.
So on that set, I also want to say that we have our episode comes out every Friday night. Usually, hopefully, we like to get out about 4:20. Depending on work schedules, it doesn't always work out that way.
But we try.
But so you can hear the Ganja people every Friday night after 4:30 ish somewhere in the afternoon, evening time,
Yep.
every single week.
All right.
On that note, we're going to say we're out. So, just remember, don't let your meatloaf.
Keep it creative.
Keep it dank, Ganja Gang.
Toodaloo, motherfuckers.